Why can't you give me the respect that I'm entitled to?
Hello everybody, thank you so much for being here. I apologize again that I'm late. My phone literally died halfway through. So here I am starting again. Oh my goodness, it's just been something else. Anyways, thank you all for being here. I'm absolutely overwhelmed by your support and encouragement, and I just can't thank you enough. If anybody's new, I do my videos with chapters. At the end of each chapter, I put commercials on, which are just things that are funny, skits, jokes, stuff like that, and we have fun. I bring stuff I don't think always people bring. This one is no different. It took me a while to decide to even do this one, you guys, because there's some stuff that is pretty holy crap, and I got a picture that I'm like, whoa. Anyways, we will get to that. The best always comes last with my videos. So we will just get started, and let's just have some fun. Okay, so this chapter is going to be quick. However, it's going to be the most recent updates on the RF and what is finally being revealed about our beautiful queen's real thoughts on being tricked into giving her blessings for the Sharkles to use her pet name Lilibet. Now, I'm sure we all know that she was tricked, but to have it actually verified is something else. So let's just get to it. Okay, I don't want to say the exact same thing everyone else is. I haven't really checked, but I'm just going to go with this. More lies and more lies and more lying. Queen's fury. Yes, over naming of baby Lilibet. Aide says Monarch was as angry as I'd ever seen her after Harry and Meghan claimed they had her blessings to use childhood nickname. That was a complete abject lie. She did not give that. She thought that was going to be, Elizabeth. Anyway, now we find the Queen was not asked about the use of her personal nickname. I think we all knew that. This broke my heart when she said, I don't own the palaces. I don't own the paintings. The only thing I own is my name. And now they've taken that. If this anecdote reported today by Richard Eden is true, it's an astonishing quote from Queen Elizabeth to her aides about Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan disrespected the Queen as she was dying of cancer. It takes a special kind of evil to do that, especially when you realize they filmed the mock curtsy scene expecting the Queen would watch it someday. We will never forget how they ruined and saddened her last days. There's the traitor, just watching. Man. At Prince Philip's funeral, Queen Elizabeth wrote a note for her late husband's coffin. While cameras did not capture the full contents of the letter, it did read, in loving memory, and the Queen signed it as Lilibet, her childhood nickname. And you know what? Everybody knew that, including those two fools. Seeing this, it makes what the Sharkles did even more abhorrent. WTF is wrong with these two fools. Bloody cruel and unforgivable. I know I'm a softie, guys. I actually had to take a little break when I saw this because, oh my God. This woman loved that man for all of her entire life, almost over 70 years, you guys. And she had to mourn him alone. Man. I would love to know how these assholes even sleep at night, honestly. This whole thing is just beyond the pale, you guys. Well, you know that. Just beyond. So now we are going to listen to a little clip about what's going on right now in the ERF. And I think that Megan is going to take it as an opportunity, and she is going to be all over the bloody place, I bet, because there's nobody out there, because the king and Princess Catherine are not going to be around, and I think she's going to take advantage, but we'll see.
Days after celebrating her 42nd birthday, Britain's Princess Kate is in the hospital where she's recovering from abdominal surgery. Now, the palace is being pretty tight-lipped about exactly what is going on, but the word is she'll be in the hospital for up to 2 weeks and out of the public eye until Easter. So there's concern.
What happened to Princess Kate? The world was stunned today by the news that the future Queen of England has been hospitalized for abdominal surgery.
Breaking news from the United Kingdom this morning. Some big news today involving the British royal family.
In a statement, the palace says the surgery was successful. She will remain in hospital for 10 to 14 days before returning home to continue her recovery.
I have just spoken to a source who tells me and wants to emphasize that it's non-cancerous.
The palace did not reveal details of the surgery, but says it was a planned procedure at this London hospital. But the lengthy hospital stay of about 2 weeks indicates how serious the surgery was. Her recovery will keep Kate off her feet for about 3 months.
Because most abdominal surgeries involve cutting through the abdominal wall muscles, the recovery from that can take a while. It could be very painful or difficult to walk or climb stairs.
This is the last time Kate was seen in public, Christmas Day, looking perfectly healthy as she attended church with her family. She's known to be fit and athletic. In fact, the only time we've seen the 42-year-old in the hospital was when she gave birth to her children. During all 3 pregnancies, she suffered from hyperemesis gravidum, or acute morning sickness.
I got very bad morning sickness. It was definitely a challenge.
Husband Prince William has cleared his schedule to take care of his wife and kids.
And 75-year-old King Charles will check into a hospital next week to undergo a corrective procedure related to an enlarged prostate. The palace says the king's condition is benign. His public appearances are also postponed.
So fluky. Tell us why you left the aristocracy.
They wanted me to walk around shaking hands with commoners without gloves. And I didn't even get paid for it.
What?
All that on little sleep, because Dookie had me roasting chickens all night. Nobody even asked me if I could cook.
Oh, edit that out. Just fluky. Will you ever return to the UK?
I know.
No.
Does Dookie need protection in the USA?
I know.
Yes. 2 kids is enough.
Is it true a family member asked what color your roast chicken would be?
I know.
Yes. It was so hurtful. Even yours truly knows how to roast a good chicken.
Do you know why you're about as popular as a snake on steroids? Dookie, do you know?
No.
I love my brother. I love my family.
Hi, what can I get you? Just a coffee, please. Okay, any cream or sugar? Is there a problem, sir? Do you know what color cream and sugar are? They're white? Exactly. It's hurtful. I don't understand. We need to modernize the conversation. Okay, could you step aside, sir? And I love my brother. And I love my family. Next!
I found a new cartoon, so I thought I'd check it out. Anyway, okay. This one, you guys, I'm not going to put the husbands in. They have their own chapter, so just so you know, okay? The many men in MM's life. But there is something off with the timeline. Plus, how she has no shame when it comes to men, regardless of who they are. Okay, so I found this online, and I wrote in there all white men because that's what she dates. It has a couple of her husbands in here, but what I noticed was they weren't going past a certain date. It's like She didn't have a single boyfriend or anything until like 2000 or 1999, but then to 2003. What? If you look at the dates, you'll notice she's not the type of woman that would go without a boyfriend or anything for 3 or 4 years. So something's up. Anyway, so of course your girl went digging. Oh yes, I did. Okay, so I found this. Louis Segura, high school sweetheart, 97 to 99. But I'm again not positive due to the conflicting ages that MM fakes. So I can't be positive about the dates, right, of certain things because she lies so much. But that's who she was with in high school. So I have 2 pictures for every, this is boyfriend, guys, because if we put every guy she was with, we'd be here all week. So, okay, Steve Lepore, United States basketball player, 1999, but this is supposedly an alleged rumor. Here he is, older now, says the same thing. He's a coach now, however, but alleged rumor. I suspect he wants that to be an alleged rumor. So 2003, she was busy, guys. First, there's Sean Zakin, an American writer. Just another photo of him. I figure I would do 2 photos because these poor fellas, they deserve that much at least. So the same year was Brett Ryland, an American actor and writer. And here is another photo of him, 2003. By the way, guys, when I went searching, there is not a lot of pictures of them. And if there are, it would be like maybe, I don't know, Facebook, that kind of thing. And to be quite honest, the video I'm doing today, we are not focusing on the boyfriends. I just wanted to show them, so I wasn't going to go too far into it. It would take forever because we have so much bigger fish to fry, trust me. This one kills me. Simon Rex, corn star, 2004. I'm not going to put the picture that's all out there of him. I thought I'd look for something different because that's how I am. Because we all know the picture in the Daily Mail, he's on some sort of rug or something. So I found this and I'm like, I'm going to show them this. I doubt you've seen this one. Simon Rex, extraordinaire, red rocket. Oh, good grief. Gotta laugh, eh? Okay, so 2013, like I said, we're going to skip Trevor for now. Michael Del Zotto, a Canadian hockey player. This was an alleged rumor as well. However, I'm Canadian and I have heard things, and I mean, when that one hockey player there in Vancouver was all mad at them, he pretty much stated, you know, that she was, into the hockey players. So she was kind of, a puck bunny. Yeah. Here he is again. And like I said, when it says alleged rumor, I think it's because the men, they don't want it to be, you know, verified, I guess. They want it to be a rumor because she is so bloody embarrassing. But that's just me. Oh, by the way, you guys, if I have a little bit of a lisp, it's because when I had my little home accident the other day and I tripped on my cat, I cracked my tooth. I did. I'm like, oh, can I hide it? Probably not. Anyway, I can't get in for another week, so I'm a little lispy, a little bit, but not too bad. But if that's what you hear, that's what happened. Yes, I am a klutz. Okay, let's go on. So this was another rumor, but Rory McIlroy, March to November 2014, an Irish golfer. And there he is again. Same fella. Okay, so now we're at Corey Bidiello, the Canadian chef that she cheated on with Harry. 2014-2016, because she didn't meet Harry in 17, you guys. No way. It was 2016, I think, maybe even 2015. I can't be sure. However, she did cheat on him. And if you notice, there is no time lapse in between these dudes. None. Except for one. Except for one. Just remember that. So I wanted to throw this in because Marcus is coming up and he is a big deal in this video. And look at who this is all me writing, by the way. Everything that's on here is me because I'm trying to be a true creator, you guys. So it's all me. Not like me again, but you know. So I wrote a Corey Vidiello, another of MM's victims. And who is she hugging? Not Corey. Her slime ball, you can read, and fellow narcissist Marcus Anderson. Soho House, a cesspool of debauchery, which is exactly what it is. But look at Corey. Well, let's be real. He looks quite loaded, let's be real. But regardless, who's her hand around? Marcus. And boy, oh boy, I'm going to just say it. He is more than a friend to her. Much more. All right, let's continue. Okay, so this is the part about what she has no shame. On a global scale, once again, this woman is unhackable. I don't even know where she has more balls than most men ever will. I'll have to say that. This was at Wimbledon where her mom, Serena's mom, was ignoring her. But I think we all know where I'm going with this, but we are going there. Let's just watch the few pictures I have, and then I have half a clip just to show you a little piece what I'm talking about. So there she is. And why is she always wrinkly, you guys? Like, she was representing the royal family at this time. Like, what? So here she's hugging Serena's husband, but of course, look at her eyes are on the camera because that's who she really loves. So here's her Sharon Stone moment in Basic Instinct. Look at that guy up there. He's like, what? And that woman too, they're like, what? They even notice, right? Could this be why Serena's mother completely ignored the hag? Probably. Alright, so it says his net worth is $70 million. And there she is. And by the way, you guys, I saw this in real time. I'm sure a lot of you did. And it was evident and it was disgusting, to be honest. After that, Serena did this little skit online where she dressed up as a princess. And said, Megan who? I don't know her. No word of a lie, you guys. So anyways, I found a tiny piece of gossip about it. I'm going to throw that in. And then we're going to get into some holy crap stuff.
The blind item suggests that Meghan wasn't at Serena's baby shower because of her past flirting with Serena's husband, Alexis Ohanian. Meghan is never invited to events where Alexis will be present. In September 2019, Meghan flew to New York for a 2-day trip so she can support Serena at the US Open Championship game. Meghan sat alongside Serena's husband, Alexis Ohanian, Serena's mother, and Anna. Meg hit on her husband, Alexis, making a pass at him in the correct way of saying it, according to a source. After the Grand Slam title, she was hooking up on him, flirting with him, which was probably why Serena's mother was ignoring her. The bottom of Meghan's dress wasn't fully buttoned when he was approaching her, and she was almost flashing her thighs at him, which made a lot of people angry. This was seen as very unprofessional because at the time she was still part of the royal family and was representing them.
Clear something up because everyone's just like, Meghan Markle, why'd you leave the monarchy? Meghan Markle, you had it so good. Meghan Markle. That's what I tell you guys, it was so weird. There's so many rules. They're just like, Meghan Markle, wave like this, curtsy like this. Meghan Markle, don't high five the waiter. And I'm just like, why not? These are bomb ass zucchini chips. And then my husband What the fuck is his name? Oh my god, what is his name? William's brother's all pissed because I was in the palace just like, I'm Meghan Markle, I get to do what I want, I'm an American, you tell that old bag of bones. And the queen was right behind me. I'm just like, F my L. My husband, I want to say Mark, was just like, we've got to be proper in front of Gram. I'm just like, oh my god, grow a fucking sack, Harry. Harry. His name's Harry. Ew, gross. Meghan Markle.
What dark force that allows her to control it? What ancient and perhaps wicked powers does she invoke that enables her to assert such reach around the globe? Is it that she's able to wrap her tendrils about this blue and green orb to affect those that live here, to influence its denizens?
Who are you? What do you want?
Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. And so we arrive. Indeed, Oprah has fallen silent. Gayle King. Where are the invitations from Brad?
There wouldn't be an invitation from Brad, as we are Team Angelina.
Where are the invitations from Gwyneth Paltrow? Where are the invitations from anybody who's hot in the Hollywood world? They haven't manifested.
We get so much mail daily from people that my assistant has been bogged down with opening envelopes. There is just not enough time in the day.
The Clooneys came to the wedding, but where are they now?
You sure do ask a lot of questions. How did you get in here? Why can't I see your face? Are you in radio broadcasting? I know an audio company that is looking for talent to make content for Spotify.
Monty Shit Show has become a cul-de-sac of being ignored.
How dare you break into my home and insult me? We are not being ignored. We are just not over the moon with this place to entertain our close friends in the neighborhood. You need to leave, otherwise I will get my husband to call the cops.
What is all yelling? Are you in trouble?
There was a black man in our bedroom. Did you not see him? He was making fun of me.
Dear, did you take your medication today?
Okay. So just so my older subs know, there will be a couple times I will redo a commercial just because there weren't very many views back then. So I want everybody to enjoy the ones from before too. And I'm sure you don't mind laughing again with them. Sorry. And I always put new ones in anyway, so I just wanted y'all to know that. Okay, so this one is just MM's actual husbands. All three, yep, and the 3, yep, times pregnancies became involved with the conditions of all 3. Very different, my folks. Let's check it out. Okay, I know that she wasn't married to Corey. However, when I saw this, I couldn't resist because the pose is exactly the same. It doesn't matter who the man is. That's irrelevant to her. The real love affair is between her and the camera. Honestly, like, look, it's the same. Mind-blowing. So I just wanted to put that out there. Okay, husband number 1. I am sure that you've all seen this picture. And if you haven't, this is the photo. On the right is her wedding. And on the left is the prom. And they're both with Joe. Okay? Now, that gap that she had between 99 or whatever and 2003, You guys, this is what was going on. I am absolutely convinced. I have stuff to show you. It's been out there for years, but let's just go for it. Okay, now, this is Joe. This is supposed to be their baby. Apparently, she had a baby with Joe. Now, I am not saying this is the baby because I don't know that for a fact, okay? And I don't want to put stuff out there that I don't know for a fact. But what I will put out there is what I find, and then you guys get to decide what you believe. That's kind of how I do things. I have my own opinions, but mine are just opinions. Anyway, this is Joe, and this is supposedly the baby. I don't know if it's the same baby. Don't know. Also, I will be showing you some things that are conflicting. So, we will work through those. But, I wanted to show you this before we go forward. Because each husband comes with a pregnancy. Yes, it does. Even Trevor. So, just wait for that. Okay, so I know I had this picture out last time, but I didn't have the full picture. So this will show, and by the way, it's her cousin. Actually, I think I'll just blow it up a little bit more. Okay, that's the whole picture now. Okay. Last time somebody asked me if that was her husband, and I accidentally said yes without even thinking, and I knew it wasn't Joe. It's her cousin, and I knew that. But I do believe she was pregnant in this photograph. Look, I even circled in the one. We both. I honestly act like it's just me and you, like just me and somebody else instead of a bunch of people, but that's how I feel. Okay. All of us know. Me again has no boobies. I mean, let's be real. Especially when she's lost weight like she is, flat as a pancake, okay? Which is fine. However, this is not showing flat as a pancake. And not to mention her tummy is extending further than her boobs. And her hand is located there. I firmly believe, you guys. I firmly believe she was pregnant in this photograph. I do. There's lots of stories online. People are talking now. I also firmly believe that the RF is not protecting her anymore. So stuff is getting out and they're letting it get out. And thank God for that. So this was out years ago, but nobody believed it, right? But now people are. And by the way, again, everything I've written on top is me. Because I wrote, like, she had breasts. Because she never did before. So, and even when she was, quote unquote, pregnant with Archie and Little Bucks, no boobies. So, figure that one out. All right, so let's go forward. So, I found this. Why are people claiming Meghan Markle had a secret first husband, Joegaliano? Her first husband was no secret. His parents didn't trust Meghan Markle, so the marriage was annulled. She had a daughter who her first husband's parents brought her up. We will get into that little piece in a minute, guys. The marriage was annulled, which is why records are hard to find. However, if you know where to look, you'll find them. I have a photocopy of the marriage license. It's also buried in my collection. It was annulled because Joe's mother had MM's number, and she knew she was a snake in the grass. The child was remanded to Joe's custody by the court. MM didn't even want visitation. She was paid off to go away. Mama Giuliano paid to have the records sealed, plus the generous donation to the RCC for the annulment. Anyone who doesn't believe it has not bothered to dig past the first 20 or so pages of Google search. Believe you me, I know that. MM's PR firm worked overtime to scrub the internet of any trace. The best they could do is hide it. Make your own decision on whether you believe it or not, but be sure to do your own deep research, because surface garbage and naysayers here, they won't know up from down. I had my own run-in with her and Callie. It proved what a horrible self-entitled person she is. Okay, so guys, I just decided for this part, I'm not going to read anything. I'm going to give you my own commentary from what I read. Now, there's confusion because there's this niece here, Ashley Hale, who a mega liar says she's oh so close to, who some say is the daughter. But I don't necessarily believe that. But I do have one piece of info for you. This was unbelievable to me. Wow. Okay. Did the palace tell Meghan not to invite her niece? Meghan said that she and Harry were advised not to invite Ashley Hale, the daughter of Meghan's paternal half-sister Samantha Markle, to their marriage ceremony, despite the closeness between aunt and niece. Yeah. What a crock of shit. I feel so bad that this poor Ashley Hale even believes even an iota of the crap that Meghan throws her way. Regardless, I don't believe Ashley is that daughter of hers. I don't. So now we have another niece, Noelle Rasmussen. People are saying that she is Meghan Markle's daughter. So let's see why they think this. Just another photo of her. She's a very lovely girl. Samantha's daughter. So, sorry, here's a picture of Noelle and Samantha. I think actually they look quite similar, but she's also Meghan's sister too, right? So that's easy to see why. Here's another picture of the little girl. And you can see a little bit why they think this. Now, I have one more thing to show you, and it's quite interesting. All right, science. 2 undeniable traits that would be passed from Meghan Markle to an adult offspring. Diastema, gap in teeth. Subsarin DNA, which I guess that they have. Now, here's my issue with this whole thing, you guys. Sorry, I'm just collecting my thoughts. One story is that Joe's parents raised her, and another story is that Samantha took her. I don't know which is true, because I also firmly believe that there are secrets that the Harkles are also keeping from us. However, one thing that doesn't seem to be in dispute, and let's also remember, she has not sued anybody for saying this stuff. She sues everybody for anything, for a letter. You don't think she'd be suing someone over something this big? I do. So what I do believe is that, yes, she had a daughter. I do believe that. The hysterectomy, if that's the truth, if that's what was said, didn't happen till she was, what, 28? This is way earlier than that, you guys. She was way younger. I can't give an exact age because her age is in dispute. So, all I can do is give you photos and what I found. But what I do think is true is that she did have a daughter with Joe. Whether Joe kept that daughter or Samantha did, I don't know. And we won't know until the truth finally comes out at some point, because it will. Truth always does. But until then, we can't say, excuse me, at least I can't say, in my opinion, that Meghan Markle was never pregnant. I believe she was pregnant. Not with Harry, not with Trevor, but with Joe. 100% believe that. That's me. Now, who has that child? I really don't know. I really don't know. But I've heard a lot about Joe having, and then I've heard Sam. So I don't know. But what doesn't, like I said, doesn't seem to be in dispute is that there's a girl. There's a daughter. So yeah, that is a pretty big something. I saw this. I was like, oh my God, I have to say, another day, another husband. Because like Trevor and Harry, almost the same, right? Because now we're going to get into Trevor. All right, so I found a picture that isn't very common, at least I hope not. So this is her second husband, Trevorengelson, a Hollywood producer, from 2004 to, I have 3, sorry, typo, to 2013. I'm sure he felt like it was from 2013. Oh, Lara. Oh, he probably felt like it was over 100 years. Okay. Anyways, that's them. Another photo. I feel so sorry for that guy. I really do. Like, sending him her rings back in the post to tell him it was over was really low. Really low. So I found this about anything to do with Trevor and me again and a baby. Okay? It says, Meghan asked Engelson, and I've heard this before, to sign an informal pregnancy contract in which he agreed to pay for a personal trainer and nutritionist to help her stay healthy and in shape during the pregnancy and after. It came up at a time when they were considering having a family at some point in the near future, the friend told Daily Mail TV. knows the heavy-weighted body type runs in her family and has always been terrified of putting on extra pounds, particularly given her career at the time. She demanded a personal trainer, nutritionist during and after the pregnancy, the friend continued to Daily Mail TV. I'm sure a nanny was discussed too, but the main focus for her was on health and weight. Now, I would believe this, but I also don't know, because I've also heard Trevor say she couldn't have a baby, but then maybe they were talking about surrogacy. I don't know. All I know is I found this, and it had to do with her in pregnancy with Trevor, so I thought I'd put it out here for y'all just to check it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now, of course, the third husband, just Harry, 2018. This is their wedding night, of course. I haven't seen this one before, so I thought I'd put out there, just Harry Mountbatten Windsor, former royal third husband, 2016 to present. That's debatable when they actually met. Okay, the births. Now, this picture of Sugar actually put out, you guys. No word of a lie. I know. So I just have a couple things to say about the births, because it was a couple things I found online. And then that will complete this chapter of the husbands and the pregnancies. So you can tell, you guys, that the RF isn't protecting her anymore, honestly. Okay. Back to the moon bumps. Aides saw them on ground in the cottage and on her bedroom floor. Meghan had bumps that swayed from side to side, ones that deflated and quickly inflated, making a popping sound that was quite audible on a video where she was greeting dogs on a royal visit. Many women who use surrogates wear moon bumps to make themselves feel pregnant, along with the surrogate. Is this why Meghan didn't worry that she had a square-shaped bump, that her bump fell to her knees, and that she left her bump at the hotel? when going out to party with Marcus Anderson in New York City at her baby shower? Assuming that Archie was a full-term baby, Meghan was only 9.5 weeks pregnant at Eugenie's wedding. That's far enough along to know you're pregnant, but not so far along that you can't button your coat over your belly. Meghan wore a dress and coat ensemble by Givenchy. That dress obviously fit, so the coat would have fit. No one in the palace knew Meghan had given birth to Archie, much less the Queen. There again was mass confusion as to what time the birth took. Then you have Harry saying babies change a lot in 2 weeks. So of course I have to show this photo. Because like I said, I haven't seen anyone else with it. I actually had somebody tell me that it was the wind. Honest to God. Oh no, it was the wind. What? Yeah, okay then. Whatever you want to believe. Whatever. Okay, so this is me saying this, okay? So I went going through everything I possibly could. Many platforms, papers, etc. And I noticed something strange. is never without a man, except for the years between 2000 and 2002. What was she doing? Is this when her first marriage and child came into the picture, but MSM was not allowed to publish that? If something doesn't make sense, it isn't true. This does not make sense, in my opinion. The plot thickens. And you know what, guys? I'm looking and it's 41 minutes and I want to give you a couple commercials. And I'm going to do something I've never done before, but I don't have a choice. I'm going to have to do a part 2. Because the information I have has to be shared. And it is way too wild and it probably deserves its own video anyways. But it's just going to be a part 2, an extension of this one. But it's about Marcus. I've got some crazy stuff, you guys. And I have a picture that is not out there. I promise you that. I promise you that. And I hope I don't get in trouble. God help me. Lord, I'm shaking already. Okay. So I do have 2 more chapters. I have Marcus. And then I have another chapter with blind items and all kinds of juicy info. So I've decided I'm going to make a part 2. I hope you're okay with that. I hope you enjoyed this video as it was, because it was still hella interesting, at least to me it was. And I hope you enjoyed the commercials. But please, please, please join me for part 2. It's going to blow your socks off for real, for real. Okay, I'm going to stop with a couple commercials. And I will see you guys in the next one. And I'm going to do that one tomorrow so you don't have to wait. But I do need some sleep and I have to put out a Jeffrey. So after I get up tomorrow, I'm going to put it together because I already have it. I just don't want you guys to sit through 2 hours. That's too long for you. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I hope it's okay. All right, let's enjoy some commercials. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for being here. And I cannot wait to share what I have with you tomorrow. I am not kidding. I hope you guys made it to the end so you know. Okay. Yeah, let's just enjoy.
Guys, just posting a quick video to let you all know that an exciting new bombshell epilogue has just been added to the international best-selling unauthorized biography of my wife and I, Finding Freedom, which is entirely unauthorized despite being written by friends of ours and from which we make absolutely no financial gain whatsoever. Even though to outward appearances it may look like we've given our friends, the authors, close personal details from our lives, we certainly aren't involved with the book and we don't make any money from it. I couldn't possibly be involved in Finding Freedom, the best-selling, hugely entertaining, revelatory, completely unauthorized biography of my wife and I, available on Amazon now in paperback, hardback and for Kindle download. If I was involved in this riveting unputdownable book, it would jeopardise my own multi-million-pound publishing deal with Penguin Random House. So I'm definitely not involved, so definitely don't buy it. Although it is available for an incredibly reasonable price, they're practically giving it away. Revelations detailed in this new epilogue include how, when we were doing our critically acclaimed, internationally broadcast interview with Oprah, my wife and I considered naming the member of the royal family who committed the incredibly racist crime of wondering out loud what colour skin our son Archie might have, given that we're a mixed-race couple. An unforgivably racist utterance that in a fair and just world would face criminal prosecution. This is just one of the fascinating revelations made in this explosive biography that everyone's calling one of the best books ever written. But definitely don't buy it, because my wife and I aren't financially involved in it in any way. Having said that, if you want it, it is available, it's out there, and I can't stop you. All I can say is I've got my own copy, and it's fantastic. Finally, let me just remind everybody that my wife and I are very private people, and we would ask you all to respect that while you're watching and listening to us relentlessly talking about ourselves on Netflix, Spotify, and literally any other platform that will have us.
I just think everybody needs to back the hell off Meghan Markle. I mean, no one understands how hard it is for her to be an unmade millionaire and live in a mansion in Montecito and fly everywhere by private jet. The little people have no understanding. They're just so busy kind of desperately trying to fight to stay alive or feed their own children. They can't comprehend how hard it is for Meghan now that she's married to Harry. And you know, they've always been looking for their privacy, and the only way they could find that privacy was to film 6 one-hour documentaries inside their own home featuring their most personal moments so that they could show people just how hard they were trying to find that privacy. And if it wasn't for the cameras capturing Meghan crying, we'd never have known she was so upset. I mean, the only way we know she was crying is because luckily there was a film crew on hand to capture her crying every time she did it. And, you know, people say that they have no idea what it's like. Well, they don't. And that's why Netflix and Meghan and Harry have had to use footage from other people's lives and Katie Price's life, because not even Meghan and Harry understand how hard it is to be Meghan and Harry. And that's why they've had to use examples from other people, because that's how hard it is in public life. Or definitely something like that. Either way, leave her alone, because she is a powerful black woman of colour. Yeah.
Let me singing from heartache, from the pain, taking my message from the veins, speaking my lesson from the brain, seeing